Today I'm sharing with you some easy St. Patrick's Day decor that is also cheap, so stick around. For this first DIY, I'm using one of these little wood pallets from Dollar Tree, some paper that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, Mod Podge. What I'm doing is Mod Podging the paper right down to that pallet. And I'm making sure I've got an even, thin layer of that. Now I'll just stick the paper right on. Level it up. Most people cut out their paper before. I like to do it this way. I seem to have less waste and I'm able to line it up better too. Now using my rotary cutter, I'll cut off the excess right there. And then I'm going to add one of these shamrocks that come in a pack from Dollar Tree. I'll just put some Mod Podge on the back of that. Even out the coating and just stick it right down on top of the pallet. Easy peasy, and it is so cute. For this DIY, I'll be using one of these little tag signs. I picked up several on clearance last year, and I'm going to be painting over the wording on the front with some white Waverly chalk paint. And if you don't have one of these tag signs, you could use a scrap piece of wood. You could use one of the little dollar slats from Dollar Tree. Now this is a gemstone decal pack that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to peel off that rainbow and stick it down onto the sign like so. And I'm going to use some coins from Dollar Tree on that also. I'm going to put one in the center of the rainbow, and I'll put two more on the bottom, you'll see in the reveal. Now these sticker letters are from Hobby Lobby, but there are some very similar at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use all caps and spell out Lucky Day. Now I'll glue those coins on with hot glue. Just a dab of glue, put down a coin, and then one on each bottom corner. And that was it. Today's video is part of an open challenge that's hosted every fourth Friday by Lisa from Our Gray House and Sarah from JUJUBEE DIY. I'll be leaving links to their channels and this playlist below. These are some foam dice that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I'm giving them a coat on all 6 sides with the white Waverly chalk paint. Actually, I did 2 coats. Now I'm going to be using another shamrock out of that pack. And it's a little bit big for my foam dice, so I'm going to have to cut it down. I just took my scissors, snipped off that stem, and contemplated on what to do. Finally got something that somewhat resembles a shamrock, and I'm going to hot glue it onto one of those dice. And what I'm doing is spelling out home with the shamrock being the O. So these are stickers from Dollar Tree, and they're all different colors. So what I'm going to do is cut out the H, M, and E And I'm going to give them a coat of paint with the new Shamrock acrylic paint color. Be sure you don't have your brush too wet or it will cause the letters to curl. Now that they're nice and dry, I'm going to peel them off, stick them on my dice. And I had a little mishap with my Shamrock. When I went to hot glue it down, I kind of made a mess. But it's okay. That happens sometimes. And there's how that looks. This next one is so cute. I'm using a little wood truck from Christmas, as if you can't tell by the Christmas tree in the back. And I'm using wire cutters to snip away all of that wood that was left over and file it so I don't have any splinters. Of course, I'll cut off the tag. And I'm going to be painting the body of the truck with the new Shamrock apple barrel color. For those fenders and the top part of the door, I'm going to be using lime tree, I believe it's called. It's lime something. I believe it's lime tree. And so I'm going to paint those in. And what I'm doing is just painting the top part of that door because I've got something else that's going on the door. And there I'm just using the tag to try to give me a straight line of where I want to put the paint. Now I'm going to use some more of this Shamrock paper. Measuring, eyeballing here how long I need it to be. And I'll put it up there and give it a crease on where I need to cut that side. And using Mod Podge again. I'll just put a good coat, but not too heavy. And stick down that square with the shamrocks on it. See, I have trouble lining up if it's pre-cut, but that's the only way I could do it with this truck. Now for the center of the wheels, I wanted to do some shamrocks, like shamrock hubcaps. So I'm just going to cut around. Circle it up a little bit. And it's going to look like that. But first I'm going to paint with Waverly chalk paint in white. I'll paint the entire wheel with that. Once it was dry, I'm going to dip into that Mod Podge and put just a little circle in the middle. Pick up that shamrock, stick it down, and then put what's left in my brush around the edges. I'll show you again right here. Just a little circle in the middle of the wheel. Pop that shamrock on and tap it down with the excess that's in the brush. These letters come from Dollar Tree. They're kind of puffy. And I had planned on putting them on the door, but they were getting lost in that print, so I'm just going to put them right under that truck bed on the side, and I'm spelling out Luck Truck. Now I'm going to use some black and silver Sharpie markers and add just a little detail like the door handle, where the window part meets the paper. There we go, like that. And just a little bit here and there just to add a little more interest. Just wherever I thought it needed more. Of course, the tail light. Now, in the back of the truck, I'm going to use another shamrock. And these letters, I have no idea what they come off of. I have no idea how long I've had them. But they're little gold plastic letters. Not letters, numbers. They're numbers, and I'm going to put 17 for March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. I'll just put that on there with hot glue. And there's how that turned out. I think it's so stinking cute. This last one may be my favorite, and it was super easy. This is one of those little wooden treasure chests from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to paint it with lime tree. I'm just going to go all over the outside with that color. And then I'm going to paint the edges on the inside, just like that. And now using the new shamrock color, I'm going to add some detail. There's some little indentions on this little trunk. Not sure if you can see it on the camera, but I'm just going into those spots and putting that darker green color. And the last thing I'm going to do is use up the rest of those gold coins like I used in DIY number 2. And there's really no rhyme or reason. I thought I was going to stack them neatly at different levels, but I just kind of ended up just tossing them in there at the end. And there's how that looks. Since I don't have a pot of gold, I can have a trunk of gold. Before my final reveal, I'd like to remind you to please watch the playlist. And if you're not already subscribed to Lisa and Sarah's channel, run over there and subscribe. I'm sure you'll love them as much as I do. Now here's the final reveal. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you enjoyed it, let me know by leaving a thumbs up. And until next time, bye-bye.